Oh, hey, what's up, everyone? It's time to get a bunch of people all butthurt and angry. Today's video is about an important topic that includes myths and facts about your ceramic and steel plates. Like how, oh, you guys are gonna be so mad, like how your plates don't actually expire. Quick though, roll the intro while they're all getting angry in the comments. So this video actually has a ton of good information, and it really all stemmed from a Reddit post and some really good articles that were made by Apex Armor Solutions. I do want to make sure to give them credit, but I also don't want some Navy baby crying about my stupid works cited page for this video. Anyway, let's get back to the majority of you being angry again. As I said, Apex Armor Solutions put together a very well written and documented Reddit post. A rant, maybe it was a rant. Either way, it was pretty accurate. The post was about some of the ridiculous dumb around ceramic and steel plates, such as how your ceramic armor doesn't expire, and what all those numbers actually mean. And as most people just parrot the nonsense that they hear on the internet, let's give you some actual accurate and correct information to repeat for a change. So today we'll talk about a few different topics that Apex Armor Solutions touches on that I think are important. Like one, your plates don't expire. Seriously, like think for a second how stupid this is. It would be like saying, oh whoops, it's been like 5 years, so I guess all my bathroom tiles expired. I better go redo my bathroom. And a lot of armor companies pay a lot of good money to convince you and pay a lot of others to convince you that the armor does expire. The second one I want to talk about that Apex touches on in great detail is how the plates themselves are not sheets of glass. Even plates that had visible damage or large cracks on them were still able to take rounds and prevent any pass-through. And then we'll talk a bit about spalling, what it is, and why it's so dangerous. And finally, I'll talk about why our team at TLD absolutely loves when an enemy wears steel armor. Gotta love a walking claymore. All right, so let's start with the butt hurt, and we'll start with how your ceramic plates don't actually expire. Seriously, why would that make sense? And I bet there's probably some really sweaty folks already in the comment section just like going to town with their Google degrees. And I'll quote Apex Armor almost directly here, as they're very knowledgeable. The ceramic itself does not degrade. Let's pause here so we can say that again. The ceramic does not degrade. Like if we put some ceramic out in the sun and then we came back to it like years later, it wouldn't like magically be dust. It would still be ceramic. The materials used within the plates themselves are a variation of PE, aramid, fiberglass, or even polyurethane. And that crap takes ages to break down, way more than 5 years. Oh, and I can feel it. I can feel that sweaty jackwagon already typing in the comments. But my plates say they expire in 5 years. Take your hands off the keyboard, make a fist, and punch yourself. The expiration date listed on many plates are the dates the warranty expires. This is the time in which the manufacturer would cover any possible incidents or defects if the plates were to take a round and not perform to specifications. So then those dates that are stamped on the back are really just liability insurance. Like if the plate fails to perform to the manufacturer's specifications during that liability period, then that manufacturer could be held liable for damages in court. And this is almost exclusively for law enforcement or military units, so that the unit itself isn't taking on the liability for the effectiveness of the plate, and why the plate manufacturers carry multi-million-dollar insurance plans. So then for you as the consumer, the dates don't really mean anything, and no, you don't need to go buy a new set of plates when the date runs out. And in reality, most plates can last a lifetime if they're well maintained, and certainly still stop bullets long after 5 years. Like for instance, let's take a look at ShotStop. Their plates have a warranty of 10 to 15 years. While I think they'd actually last a ton longer than 15 years technically, but they aren't making their plates with anything the other guys aren't using, but then they have double or triple the actual warranty and lifetime of the plate. A little bit interesting, don't you think? Now, it is important to remember that if you're just playing butt blast all day and being as rough as you can be on your gear, just because I can, well then yeah, your plates probably won't last very long, mostly because you're a nincompoop. And speaking honestly, those guys are probably snacking on paint chips right now. Okay, so then moving on to our next subject, and the other one you see on like every Reddit post is basically that every ceramic plate is just basically a sheet of glass. And I see this moronic FUD statement repeated almost daily in any sort of tactical sub. And I'm really glad to see Apex Armor step in to correct the record. Listen, your plates have to survive a drop test from 4 feet more than once, and then get shot. Now, as I was saying, taking care of your gear, I don't think you should drop your plates randomly. But my plate carriers with plates in them fall over a lot when I'm doing photos or moving equipment around, and it's not a huge deal. They're designed not to crack. And these internet cheese missiles keep trying to convince everyone that if you get the tiniest fracture in your plates, that they need to go be NDI'd. NDI? Non-destructive inspection? Not everybody knows that? Okay, fine. X-ray the plates for cracks because they're saying they're basically useless with even the tiniest crack in them. And no, that's not the case. And Apex actually showed in their article in their Reddit post where they actually tested some older plates. Actually test some plates? You guys get out of here. Most of these people just do 200 Facebook posts and call it a day. And in those tests, they evaluated heavily damaged plates that were over 12 years old. And by heavily damaged, that means those plates were actually rejects. In the manufacturing process, they were that bad. And guess what? Even the crappiest failure of a plate still performed above specifications. It's like, and oh my God, nobody's gonna believe this, it's like they're designed to stop bullets. Yes, I really am enjoying this video a lot. All right, so the next one we need to talk about is spalling. And this is an important bit of knowledge and one that marketing teams for both ceramic and steel try to trip you up on. I don't sell plates, so I don't have a bias, so let me tell you about steel plates first. When a round strikes a steel plate, it's not caught by the plate at all, but the bullet basically disintegrates itself against the steel. And those bits of bullet, when they disintegrate, they actually ride almost right along the surface of the metal as they expand outward. Because of physics, magic. And that's why you see the spall coating on all those plates. It's actually gonna fail on the edges first, because that's where the majority of that debris is actually going into. The spall coating does almost nothing as the round strikes the front of the plate, but then it works to catch all those spinning death whistles as they move to the outside of the plate. So you may have seen a video where a steel plate gets hit and none of the balloons take any damage. Now, I'll tell you right now, you do not want a second shot. That spall coating is likely completely degraded after one shot. And any further shots will send those hot-loaded shrapnel kisses right into your arms and neck. Okay, so I think you get it. So steel shreds the rounds, and the mess, that actual mess of all the bullets and nonsense going everywhere, that is the actual spalling. So then are ceramic plates different? Yes. Ceramic plates are designed to actually catch the round and not send spinning metal bits into all your friends and all your limbs and stuff. The ceramic plates use ceramic tiles or a conjunction of other materials to destabilize the round and actually catch it within the plate itself. So that same marketing video, yeah? Yeah. In that video, you see the round impact the ceramic plate, but then it pops to balloons. Now, it's not the round actually escaping or shredding itself into shrapnel. So then what is causing those balloons to pop? And that is the actual ceramic breaking apart as the round strikes the plate and those bits of ceramic coming out of the carrier. And I'd much rather get dusted with ceramic bits than get injected with hot metal shards. And this brings us to our last one. We would love it if everyone we ever had to fight against would wear steel plates. Seriously, there is such a high likelihood of a ricochet off a plate from one guy just into his buddy, or God forbid the enemy is all bunched up, just aim at the middle guy a whole bunch of times. Sure, that middle guy may survive, but there'd be so many shards and bits everywhere that that guy would basically be a walking claymore with all that shrapnel going everywhere. So, if you're on my team, steel is a super bad choice. But if you're ever against me, I got great news for you. Steel is a fantastic choice. Apex Armor Solution also has a great article on their website called Armor 101 if you want more information about some of the topics we discussed today. And I'll put a link to it down in the description if you want to check it out, along with the large array of plate carriers and armor that they actually carry. And surprise, surprise, they like defense mechanisms too. So hopefully today you learned a little bit more about ceramic and steel plates and spalling, and then maybe when some of the hot necks say something stupid, you can actually go in and correct them. All right, everyone. Thanks so much to our Patreon supporters. You make all this possible, and I love you for it. And thanks to everybody that likes, comments, and subscribes. Comment down below what you think about this video. I definitely want to hear it. All right, everyone. Walsh out. Okay, Google, set a reminder to redo my bathroom in 5 years. This is ridiculous.